In the name of Allah, who is most beneficent and merciful, my name is Umme Habiba. I'm from Chemistry Department. My ID is 014. And today the topic of my presentation is Introduction to SQL. So first of all, here you can see contents of my presentation. There are some important chapters of Introduction to SQL, including selecting columns, filtering rows, aggregate functions, then sorting and grouping of data. First of all, I'll tell you about selecting columns. This chapter provides a brief introduction to working with relational databases. You will learn about their structure, how to talk about them using database, and how to begin an analysis using simple SQL commands to select and summarize columns from database tables. Then selecting single column. In SQL, you can select data from a table using a select statement. For example, in the following query, you can see this query selects the name column from the people table. And in this query, select word and from word are called keywords. In SQL, keywords are not case sensitive. It means you can type select and from in uppercase letters or in lowercase letters. So it doesn't matter in which form you type select and from. Then selecting simple or multiple columns. In the real world, you will often want to select multiple columns. Luckily, SQL makes this really easy. To select multiple columns from a table, simply separate the column names with commas. For example, the following query you can see. This query selects two columns. One is name and the second one is birthday. And these two columns are simply separated by the commas, and these are being selected from the table which is named by people. Then selecting all columns. Sometimes you may want to select all columns from a table. Typing out every column name would be the pain. So there is a handy shortcut. For example, in the given query, you can see the coding and ultimately you will get your results by inserting this query. Then the second most important chapter of this course is filtering rows. This chapter builds on the first by teaching you how to filter tables for rows satisfying some criteria of interest. You will learn how to use basic comparison operators, combine multiple criteria, match patterns in the text, and much more. Filtering results. In SQL, the where keyword allows you to filter based on both text and numeric values in a table. There are a few different comparison operators. You can see there are symbols for different operators. Like for example, there is symbol for equal, not equal, less than, greater than, less than or equal to, and so on. For example, you can filter text records such as title. The following code returns all the films with the title Metropolis. Then simple filtering of numeric values. As I have told you in previous slide that SQL can filter based on both text and numeric values. So it can also be used to filter numeric records such as years or ages. Simple filtering of text. Remember, the where clause can also be used to filter text results such as names or countries. For example, the given query you can see this query gets the titles of all films which were filmed in China. Where and. Often you will want to select data based on multiple conditions. You can build up your where queries by combining multiple conditions with the and keyword. For example, the given query gives you the titles of films released between 1994 and 2000. Simply and is used in the query. Where and or. For example, the following query returns all films released in either 1994 or 2000 because or is being used in the query. Then there is third chapter of this course, which is aggregate function. This chapter teaches you how to use aggregate functions to summarize data and gain useful insights. You will also learn about arithmetic in SQL and how to use aliases to make your results more readable. Aggregate functions. Often you will want to perform some calculation on the data in a database. SQL provides a few function called aggregate function to help you out with this. For example, average, maximum, sum. Combining aggregate functions with where. Aggregate functions can be combined with the where clause to gain further insights from the data. For example, to get the total budget of the movies made in the year 2010 or later, you will put your query in this way. Then sorting and grouping. This chapter provides a brief introduction to sorting and grouping your results. And it is the last chapter of this course. So first of all, in this chapter, you will learn how to use order by. In SQL, the order by keyword is used to sort results in ascending or descending order according to the values of one or more columns. By default, order by will sort in ascending order. If you want to sort the results in descending order, you can use DESC keyword, which is being used instead of descending. And the query, as you can see in example, it gives you the titles of films sorted by release year from newest to oldest. Sorting single columns. To order results in descending order, you can put the keyword DESC, which is abbreviation of descending, after your order by. For example, to get all the names in the people table in reverse alphabetical order. Group by. Now practice your new skills by combining group by and order by with some more aggregate functions. Get the release year and lowest gross earnings per release year by inserting the following coin. So at last, there is certification which I have got after completing this course successfully. That was all from my side, so thank you.